Hello guys, and welcome back to another video where we're going to be focusing on accent reduction skills. We're going to be basically looking at American English pronunciation basics. All right, so the basics. So I'm not going to get too into detail with certain things. We're just going to look at some general basic concepts, particularly 4 areas. We're going to be looking at vowel sounds, typical vowel sounds. There are many, not the vowels themselves, but the vowel sounds. We're going to be looking at consonants, particularly tricky consonant sounds that are a little bit hard for many students to get. And we're also going to be looking at stress, what that means, how we apply it to a word or to a syllable. And then we're going to get into intonation. Right now, I don't want to prolong the video too much, but there are several things that we have to kind of go over. And I'll give you, towards the end, I'm going to give you some tricks and some suggestions as to how to improve and how to practice on your own. All right. So we're going to start off with the objectives. We want to know exactly what it is that we're going to be looking at in this video. Basically, we're going to be looking at mastering key sounds, like I mentioned earlier, with the vowel sounds and the consonant sounds. We're going to dive into American English vowels and consonants, learning how to pronounce them clearly. 2, we're going to sharpen your listening. We're going to develop the ability to catch subtle differences in sounds, improving both your understanding and your pronunciation. And 3, we want to build your confidence. Confidence is important. We're going to gain the tools and practice strategies needed to speak American English more confidently and effectively. All right, so these are basically the main objectives of what we're going over. Like I mentioned a second ago, we're just going to look at very superficially. I don't want to dive too deep into each one of these topics because we could be here for hours, and because it's a lot. But I'm just going to go over some of the main aspects of pronunciation, the basics, basically. Right now, the importance of pronunciation. Why is pronunciation important? It's kind of obvious, right? The clearer your pronunciation is, the better you understood you are. Right? You can have the best grammar in the world. You can have all the vocabulary you want, but if you don't have proper or good pronunciation, you won't sound very clear. Now, within pronunciation, there are many different aspects that we will be going over the course of many, many videos that I'm going to be dishing out little by little. But pronunciation obviously is super important. Now, why is it important? Basically, for clear communication. I mentioned it a second ago. Imagine always being understood and never having to repeat yourself. That's the power of clear pronunciation. It opens the door to smooth and effective conversations, whether you're in class, a job interview, or just chatting with friends. This is one of the reasons why it's super important. Second reason, it boosts your confidence and your perception. Ever noticed how confidence makes everything easier? And I'm always reiterating confidence. Confidence is so important. Good pronunciation not only makes you feel more confident, but also shapes how others see you. More professional, more fluent, and more engaging. Super important. I'm always saying, build up your confidence. Believe in yourself. Right? Now, learning gets easier. When you focus on pronunciation, you're not just learning to speak clearly. You're tuning your ear to the nuances of English. This makes it easier to understand others and pick up new words and expressions. So remember, every time you practice pronunciation, you're not just working on sounds. You're building bridges to clearer communication, greater confidence, and a smoother learning journey. So let's make every word count. Super important. Obviously, you guys know how important pronunciation is. If not, you guys wouldn't be watching this video. So let's start off with some vowel sounds overview, an overview of vowel sounds. Right now, why vowels matter. Every vowel sound in American English has its own personality. Mastering them helps you sound clearer and more understandable. It's like unlocking the secret codes of the language. I can't stress that enough. How important vowels are. And I'm going to say that pretty much every video. How important this is, how important that is, how important this is. Everything is important. And it's true, everything is important, but particularly vowels are important because they're in pretty much every single word, right? Now, we have all different types of vowel sounds. We have 5 vowels. We know the 5 vowels. A, E, I, O, U. That's no problem. Everybody knows the vowels. However, they make a lot of different sounds. Approximately 20 different variations of vowel sounds, more or less about 20. It depends on the dialect of English, but generally about 20 different sounds is what we're looking at. So if you can really get the vowel sounds, master these vowel sounds, you're going to see how well your English just improves. It just skyrockets because you know all of these different sounds and practice them constantly, right? So listen up and repeat. I'm going to pronounce each vowel sound, followed by a word that showcases it, like cat for ah, and meat for e. Your turn comes right after mine. You're going to give it your best shot. Listening closely and repeating is your key to getting these sounds right. Repetition. Repeat, repeat, repeat. If you need to pause the video and repeat, that's fine. If you need to go back and play the video 3, 4, 5, 6 times, do it. But repetition, repeat. Right. Now we're going to get into monophthongs. Let's start off with some monophthongs here. What are monophthongs? Monophthongs are basically one sound. We call them pure vowels, but they're one sound, right? So it's just one little quick boop, one sound. For example, we have seat at the very top of this list. Seat, see, sit, set, cat, father, pot, call, blue, good, cut, sofa, bird. I read through them really quickly here because I just want to explain what a monophthong is. It's one quick sound, right? So let's try it again. I'm going to go from number 1 very slowly. I'm going to repeat it. You just listen, follow along, pause the video if you need to, but repeat after me. Number 1, see, in parentheses, beat. Number 2, sit, or bit. It's the I sound. Right? Number 3, as in set or bet. Number 4, as in cat, bat. Number 5, as in father, start. Number 6, as in pot or not. Number 7, as in call or bought. Number 8, as in blue or food. Number 9, good, the sound, as in foot. Number 10, as in cut or butt. 11, the schwa sound, which we will get into in the future. The schwa, which is the unstressed syllable. Sofa. So the at the end, that would be the schwa. Sofa. Number 12, as in bird or nurse, right? Now, these are monophthongs. They're one sound. We're also going to talk about diphthongs, right? Diphthongs are 2 combined vowels. So we have also called hard vowels. And actually, let me put it so you can see my face here. We also have hard vowels or long vowels. They have different names. Long or hard vowels, which sound just like the letter. A, E, I, O, U. These typically are diphthongs. Right? Monophthongs would be the soft vowels or the short vowels, like a, e, These are short vowels, and all of these are monophthongs. One short little sound. Right? And then we have the diphthongs, which is what we're looking at here. which are two sounds. So let's go over the diphthongs. We have I. Number one, I as in like or time. Number two, ow as in now or out. Number three, a as in say or day. Number four, oi as in boy or toy. Number five, o as in go or home. Number six, ear as in near or here. Number seven, we have air as in air or care. Number eight, or as in tor or pure. These are diphthongs. Now, let me clarify here, because we went over some monophthongs and we went over some diphthongs, and I just went over them somewhat quickly. I'm not getting into them very much in detail. In a future video, I will be making an entire video focusing just on vowels and all the different sounds. And in that video, I'm going to get a little bit more in detail with all the different vowel sounds, the different names, and we're going to be focusing on articulators as well, meaning our tongue, our teeth, jaw, lips. What do we do with our mouth? And I'm going to be explaining precisely what we do with our mouth to make the exact sound. Right now, it's just kind of very superficial, just getting you the main idea of each one of these sounds and how important it is. Now, I'm going to play a short video here.
That's the movie you wanted to see?
Wait, 1 second. Pause it. Not yet. So I'm going to play a short video. It's like a 2-minute video or so. And they're just basically little movie clips with some highlighted words that we went over. Now, I didn't highlight all the words because this video would end up being like 2 hours long. There are just like 2 or 3 words, both monophthongs and diphthongs that I want you to focus on, listen to, develop that ear. And if you want to repeat the entire sentence, just pause the video and repeat the entire sentence. All right, so let me go ahead and play this short clip. See if you can notice how the monophthongs and the diphthongs sound. Right here.
That's the movie you wanted to see?
He would see every curve, every line, every indentation, and love them because they were part of the beauty that made her unique.
Okay, let me see it. Okay.
Now tell me something. What do you see in this box?
See you again, though, right?
Yeah. Or maybe you'd rather see Molly or April.
I see you got your head wrong.
That's a big cat. I just, want to have, a house and, a cat that I can pet.
If you get bored, just play with the fucking cat. I killed your cat, you druggy bitch!
I'm gonna bust a cat in your ass.
You'll see, Mommy. He's really alive in the cat.
There are many ways to skin a cat.
Nothing fancy, just enough to kill a bird or a squirrel, maybe something larger if we was lucky.
Yeah, can you say pretty bird?
But he wanted that dead bird who's flown back into my night again to haunt me.
I wish I could die and be born again as a bird.
That's hot.
Yeah. You like that?
Oh, like you haven't ruined mine.
Oh. Okay, so you were protecting them.
Yes.
Yeah, some sort of blood.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. Dad, she's like a 10.
Go to hell.
Hey, now, Megan, you can't talk to your mother like that.
Boy, that guy gave me the creeps with all that talk about the bear.
Well, we'll just sit you right there, boy.
Boy, I'm paying all night.
Well, if you wanted a boy, you never should have thrown me over for Abby.
Look, I told that boy about going on with these stories. I can't.
It keeps the air between us clean and pure. That's right. Take all the air you can.
Moles around the air in 10.
Got it.
I was trying to open the window. Wanted some air.
I'm in transport. International air freight, mostly.
Alrighty, so we have all those monophthongs and diphthongs. I think there were about 6 or so. Again, go back, watch that video or the parts of those videos over and over again. imitation, imitation, imitation. Listen to the intonation, listen to the stress, listen to the monophthongs, the diphthongs. Practice, practice, practice. Right now, another thing I wanted to point out, you're going to see a lot of the phonetic symbols here, right? So we have all these. Oh, it's on the other side over there. I'm over here pointing here. So it's over here. So you're going to see all the different little symbols next to the word. Those are the phonology or the phonetical symbols, the IPA symbols. There are a lot of them. Honestly, it's not super important to know them. Each one of them has a unique name, in fact, and each one of them has a specific sound. It's important. The sound is important. Knowing the name of each one of these symbols, that's not so important. There are a lot of different types of names. You know, we have voiceless glottal fricative, and we have velar nasal. We have suprasegmentals and the normal vowel symbols. We have diacritics. There are a lot of different names, but honestly, those names aren't that important. All right, so those names are as technicalities. In reality, you don't really need to know those names. Either way, once again, in the future, I'll make a video specifically on the symbols, the names, where they come from, how we create the sounds for each one of these symbols, and we're going to be focusing on the IPA alphabet a little bit in a future video. But for now, don't worry if you're not very familiar with all those symbols. It's just the basics, just the general idea, right? So we're going to get into consonant sounds. We went over vowels, monophthongs and diphthongs. There are actually other types of vowel sounds as well, but we're not going to get into that right now. And we're going to see if we can dive into consonants and basically the tricky consonants, right? So we're going to get into cracking the consonant code. Consonants are your keys to crisp, clear English. Today, we're zoning in on the ones that unlock a truly authentic American accent. Get ready to give your pronunciation that extra edge. Right, so we're going to be focusing on these tricky consonants, consonant practice, and focusing on all these, some, not all, but some of the consonant combinations that cause students some issues. So we're going to start with the listen, learn, and leap. I'll demonstrate each tricky consonant sound, then toss the ball to you. You're going to mimic me as closely as you can. It's all about the details here. How you position your tongue, where you place your lips, and the breath you use. Nail these and you're golden. Once again, remember, we're not really focusing on articulation usage. So we're not talking about the sounds and how they affect your lips, your tongue, your throat, what you do with your tongue. We're not really focusing on all that today, really, because I'm going to make a special video just for that. All right, so let's see if we can start with some tricky consonants, starting with the TH sounds, like think. All right, we have the quiet TH sound, the quiet th, as in think, think. And then we have the noisy TH, as in this. So the this is more voiced. Right? You make a sound, this, where think, the it's just kind of a whisper. And this, this. Alrighty. We have number 2, the excuse me, the sh or the sh or the j sound. All right, sh and the zh sound. The sh, as in ship. Make your lips round and push air out while your tongue is high and back. All right. Again, in the future, I'm going to demonstrate this for you in another video. This is very, very superficial information. And the j sound is like the s in measure. All right. So it's a j, measure. You're going to feel vibration with your tongue. Measure. Okay. Number 3, the ch and the j sounds. So ch as in chair. It's like chair. You're going to start with the a, with a t, and slide into a sh. Right? Excuse me. The j is the sound in judge. You're going to start with a D sound and slide into a Z. So we have the ch, 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 and the j, j, j. Chair, judge. Chair, judge. Number 4, the R sound. I'm going to make an entire video just on the R sound because that's really tricky for many students. But here we're focusing on the R sound. So think of stretching or curling the tip of your tongue back without touching the roof of your mouth. It's like saying R like a pirate for some, or letting the tongue float without touching anywhere for others. Again, we're going to focus on the R sound in the future. Number 5, the L sound. The tip of your tongue should tap behind your front teeth lightly. For a light L, like light, 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 your tongue is at the front. For a full or a dark L, it feels like the back of the tongue is raised. So we have the light, light, and full, full, law, law, law. La, la, law, law, la, la, law, law. Light, full, light, full. All right. More tricky consonants. We have the NG sound, the sound. This sound is singing. In singing, feels like the back of your tongue is touching the roof of your mouth. It's not nga in 2 parts, but one smooth sound. So basically, you're closing the airway in the back of your throat. Again, we're going to talk about all these sounds in the future more in detail. Number 2, the H sound. Just a soft breath out of your mouth, as if you are lightly fogging up a window. So, H, the ha sound. And number 3, the silent letters. Very common. Remember, some letters we don't say at all, like the K in night. It doesn't exist. It's just there to look pretty because we don't really say it. These are sneaky, and you have to memorize them. We're going to talk about that in the future as well in another video. And number 4, the T and D between vowels. So sometimes in American English, a T or a D between vowels sound like a quick duh. It's softer and faster, like water, sounding a bit like water, water. We're going to focus on that with the American T lessons that I'm going to publish later, but we'll get into that again in detail later on. So once again, I'm going to give you a short clip. All right, we're going to be focusing on a very quick clip. Oh my gosh, it just starts without my permission. All right, so we're going to be focusing on a short video, maybe a minute and a half or so. Same thing, clips of videos where you're just going to see if you can pinpoint and listen to these, some, not all, but some of these consonant sounds that I just went over. All right, so let's go over that.
I think I'm gonna get some air.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Hold up. Hold up. I don't think so.
I sincerely hope you 2 lovebirds haven't been doing what I think you've been doing.
I think a lot of people tolerated her because she was Frankie's wife.
I think it's crazy.
Well, the guy wants to run for president.
Oh, cool! I'm gonna run it by my dad. I saw some guy run out of your room. He tried to...
We will. We can run. We can defend ourselves.
So, are you ladies ready to run this mile and get extra fucking sexy?
I do. A lot.
Practice run for the wedding night?
The gold rusts, the warmth breaks, and the light comes at morning. The police start their way to the dining hall.
Let go of him, Channel! Stop! Stop! What the hell is your problem?
I want light on my back, but not in my eyes.
Why don't we get some light in here? It's a very full day.
Coming! A family full of midgets is not considered kids. That's a gang.
Sure.
It shoots 500 rounds of full metal jacket, 9mm Luger at 1,270 feet per second. At 10 pounds, it's really heavy.
I have a small house in a large river full of fish that I can't catch.
Wow. This should be in a museum.
Oh, it's nothing.
So anyone who hates her mother, there's nothing wrong with them.
Nothing changes.
Pardon me?
It's nothing, just the dawn.
Nothing. It's my attempt at humor. I was just...
Oh, like coming.
Alrighty. So again, practice makes perfect. Go back, play it, pause, focus. Okay, this camera needs to focus. Yeah, play, pause, repeat. Play, pause, repeat. Play, pause, repeat. Imitation over and over again. That's going to help you a whole lot. Now, the next thing we're going to get into is stress and intonation. I'm going to see if I can hurry up a little bit, and because I don't want to make this video too long. But stress and intonation are also basic concepts of accent reduction. We have vowels, we have consonants, we have stress and intonation. There are many other things too, but these are the four basic aspects of accent reduction. All right, so we're going to get into discovering the beat. English isn't just about the words you say, but how you say them. Stress and intonation are like the rhythm and melody in music, giving life to your speech. Let's dive into how changing the tune can change the message. Okay, so we're going to start off, of course, with stress and intonation patterns or practice, and we're going to be focusing on separately. We're going to focus on stress first, what that is, how we stress certain syllables. Then we're going to get into intonation. So let's start off with stress. Stress for success. We'll explore how emphasizing different words in a sentence can alter its meaning entirely. It's not just what you say, it's which words you choose to highlight. So keyword, emphasizing. It's the power, the oomph. All right, so we're going to get into word stress. We're going to focus on the sentence, I didn't say she stole my money. You see that at the very top in red? I didn't say she stole my money. Now, depending on which word you stress, the meaning changes. I'm going to read through these real quick. You just listen how I put emphasis or stress the word, and it changes the meaning. Starting off with the first one. I didn't say she stole my money. I'm saying someone else said it, not me. I didn't say she stole my money. So I'm denying the action of saying it. I didn't say she stole my money. I might have implied it or thought it, but didn't say it. I didn't say she stole my money. I was talking about someone else, not her. I didn't say she stole my money. She might have borrowed it or I lost it, but she didn't steal it. I didn't say she stole my money. It was someone else's money, not mine. And I didn't say she stole my money. All right, so these are just some examples. Again, we're going to get into why we stress certain words and why we don't stress other words, and it gets a little intricate and a little bit complex, but we're going to break it down. I'm going to make it as simple as possible in future videos. All right. Now we're going to get into intonation real quick. Intonation exploration. How you raise or lower your voice as you speak can show questions, excitement, or certainty. We'll play with sentences, turning statements into questions and back again, just by shifting our tone. So what is the tone? Da 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 da. The pitch, the tone, and there are a few ways to change intonation. We're going to talk about that in the future as well. We're going to dive deep into intonation as well because there are a lot of nuances with intonation as well, but we'll do that in the future. All right. So let's get into some intonation practice. On the very top, you're going to see the sentence, you're going to the party in red. Right? We're going to focus on that. As a statement, this sentence might be said with a relatively steady tone, perhaps with a slight downward inflection at the end to indicate certainty. So if it's a statement with a period at the end, I'm just going to say, you're going to the party. It's a fact or expectation. To turn this statement into a question without changing the words, you simply raise the pitch of your voice towards the end. So a yes-no question would be, you're going to the party? You hear how it goes up at the end? You're going to the party? Are you going or not? The speaker is seeking confirmation. Now let's add excitement and surprise to the mix using intonation. Excitement. It would sound something like this. You're going to the party. The speaker might raise their pitch towards the end more dramatically to express excitement or happiness about the news. Now, surprise would be, you're going to the party? similar to the question, but the pitch might rise even higher or more sharply, indicating the speaker's surprise. So I'll repeat these 4 sentences one more time. You're going to the party. 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 Now, again, there are a lot of different ways to make intonation, reasons why we put stress and combine stress with intonation in certain ways. There are a lot of intonation patterns that we're going to be focusing on in the future. That's just the basic concept, all right? So let's get into some practical exercises. We're going to start off with, just basically practicing. Your turn to shine. Now that you've seen how stress and intonation can change the game, it's your turn to step into the spotlight. Let's put what you've learned into action with some fun exercises. So here is where I'm just basically going to explain. We're not going to do it together. Trying to keep the video as short as possible. But I'm just going to give you some suggestions of things that you can do on your own to practice stress and intonation and monophthongs and diphthongs and consonants and everything we went over today. So we're going to start off with the first way to practice. We're going to mimic the masters. You're going to choose a clip from your favorite English-speaking movie, show, or song. Listen closely to the stress and intonation patterns. Then try to mimic them as closely as possible. Record yourself and compare. How close can you get? All right, so it's kind of like what we did earlier with the videos. You just play the video and pause it and repeat. Mimic it as much as possible. All right. The second way, creative recording. Use your phone or computer to record yourself reading a short paragraph. First, read it monotonously. Monotonously. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Monotonously. It's late here. It's like 10 o'clock at night here. Then write exaggerated stress and intonation. Play both versions back. Can you hear the difference? Which one conveys more emotion or clarity? So recording yourself as much as possible. Right? Third way, share and compare. If you're feeling brave, share your recordings with a friend or a language learning platform. Getting feedback is a fantastic way to grow. Plus, you'll get to hear how others tackle the same challenge. Right? So, if you have a tutor, search out a tutor. If you have friends or family or people you may know that can hear your progress, that's going to help you a whole lot. And that's going to build confidence. Right? So, super important. Summary. Let's go over a quick summary of everything we went over here real quick. So we mastered the key vowel and consonant sounds, right? And I reiterate the key vowel and consonant sounds because there is a lot more to it, but this is just an overview. We understood the melody of stress and intonation. Again, the overview, the general idea. And we practice to perfection with interactive exercises. That's what you're going to do with those last suggestions that I gave you. And practice. Practice makes perfect. Practice as much as possible. All right. Now, we're going to finish up here because it's kind of a long video. I did not include the motivational quote. I always like to do that, but I forgot it. Next time I'll give you 2. So there's a fly trying to attack me here. Now, so if you like the video, share it, of course. Hit like, subscribe as much as possible. Share the video with everybody who's interested and everybody who wants to improve their accent skills. Subscribe, hit the notification bell, hit like. If you have any comments, if there's anything in particular that you're having trouble with and you really like to see an explanation or a video about a particular sound or sentence or syllables or intonation or whatever it may be, comment down below and I'll make sure to make a video based on what it is that you're looking for. All right, so comment down below what it is that you need. If there's anything in these videos, in this video or any future videos, focus, or any of the future videos that you'd like me to improve, you'd like me to add, anything that you like to change, just let me know. I love hearing feedback. I want to hear all the feedback possible. So the idea is to improve these videos, make them as clear and understandable as possible for you so that you can improve your accent skills. All right. So that's it for today. It's like a 35-minute video. So we're going to finish up there and practice, practice, practice. And I will see you in the next video. All right. Peace.